So, of all the female names that our Messiah, Jesus Christ, could be born through, God chose for it to be Mary. The name Mary means rebellion. And for me, that just really shows us the kind of craziness that, God Himself was born into rebellion, because that's what the situation we're in. We've got humans that were made by God that, for the most part, just do their own thing in life. They wake up in the morning with the body God gave them, the mind God gave them, the family, the friends, the career, the gift, the talents, all these things that God gave them, and they're just doing their own thing. And this is really important for us to know, because a lot of people just have the idea that, if you're a nice person, if you're what they call good, and Jesus said nobody's good but God, but in their mind what they think good is, if you're just a good person, you're going to go to heaven. And how dare God send somebody to hell who's a nice person, But what they need to understand is that it's a rebellion thing, that God has higher standards than we want to believe. Whether we want to be this or not, we were born on God's team. If we look at it as a coach, we were born as God's servants, whether we want to admit it or not. He gets to call the shots. And I know a lot of people just don't like that, but He's the perfect coach. He's the perfect master. And I know a lot of people don't even like that word, but He is. And the reason why we're guilty is because God has the right to tell us what to do, and a lot of people just don't want to be told what to do. And God's trying to accomplish something. He's trying to, He wanted to make a place where He could create people in His own image, and that they would love Him and obey Him more than anybody else, and do what He says more than anybody else, because He's the only one that truly knows what He's talking about every time. And that we would love each other as we love ourselves. And we don't see that, right? We see people who don't trust God, and they love themselves more than others. And I've done that. I was born that way. We were all born that way. And I've made that mistake my whole life of just not trusting God, doing what I want to do, and not loving people as myself. So that's what God is trying to accomplish. We rebelled from that. Jesus was born in that rebellion to pay the price and to lead us back into doing what God wants. And it's crazy that God paid the price for our rebellion, that Jesus paid the price for our rebellion when He never did anything wrong. But to me, that's what I think about when I hear that Jesus was born through the Virgin Mary.